If you are a tiny group of people deep in the shadow who understand the nature of reality, the illusory nature of reality, how people interact with reality, how perceptions of people become their experience, cause and effect, just think of the magnitude of power that gives you over the target population.
Hi, it's Rob Moore here, and over a year ago I interviewed David Icke for my podcast, The Disruptive Entrepreneur, and this YouTube channel. Content about 5G, the virus, is getting banned all over the place by YouTube. So this excerpt is from an interview more than a year ago where I think you'll find it very interesting, some of the predictions David made about maybe what's happening now. Make sure you subscribe to the channel right now in case this video gets taken down, and let's go to the clip interview with David Icke.
If you are a tiny group of people deep in the shadows who understand the nature of reality, the illusory nature of reality, how people interact with reality, how perceptions of people become their experience, cause and effect, just think of the magnitude of power that gives you over the target population. This is why mainstream science is so controlled, so that it doesn't go down these roads. I mean, you know, you talk to most scientists, although quantum physics has shown this to be true, and they have to acknowledge quantum physics exists because it does, they crack on in their own disciplines as if quantum physics doesn't exist, as if the whole thing's bloody solid and real. I mean, you look at medicine. Medicine treats the body as if the body is a solid reality with the scalpel and the drug. But the body is just a decoded projection of waveform energetic fields. And if that energetic field is in harmony, the body has to be in harmony. It has to be healthy, because the body that we see is just a holographic decoded projection of the waveform field of information. If that waveform field of information becomes disharmonious, which emotion can do, this is why stress causes illness, which fear can do, which anxiety can do, which radiation fields can do, which Wi-Fi can do, then that distortion of the waveform field of the body becomes expressed in the projection, decoded projection of what we call the physical body. And therefore we have dis-ease, disharmony, illness, which is why the alternative methods of healing, going way, way back, whether it's acupuncture, all of it, focus on healing the waveform level of the body, the energetic level of the body, knowing that if that's right, this must be right. Because mainstream medicine, within this 5-cent postage stamp prison that it operates in, does not accept the waveform level of the body and only accepts this level, which it can see, touch and taste, etc. What can it do but try to treat what it can see with the scalpel and the drug, which is why it causes such mayhem to the point where the biggest cause of death in America now is the treatment. Staggering but true. And so what alternative practitioners say is mainstream medicine only treats the symptom, it doesn't treat the cause. But if mainstream medicine will not accept the existence of the waveform field level of the body, which is where the cause comes from, it's only left with treating the symptom, which is the expression of a problem in the waveform field being decoded into the holographic field of the body. So you look at science, you look at medicine, journalism, like I say, all of it, politics, they're all living on this postage stamp. Oh, we're a left-wing political party. Okay, you're on the left of the postage stamp. And we're a right. Yeah, okay, you're on the right of the postage stamp. But no one's off the postage stamp. And therefore, society is living in this bubble of unreality, this bubble of complete misunderstanding of the very reality we're experiencing. And it's kind of sobering to think that science, politics, medicine, all of it, journalism, decisions being made all the time about what happens to the world and what happens here and what happens there, are all being made by people who are absolutely clueless about the very reality they are experiencing. They are making laws, making decisions based on the world being solid and real when it's not. Is it any wonder that the world is chaotic and a place of utter madness? How could it not be? How could it not be? Understanding the reality that we're experiencing is fundamental to everything. How can we understand anything if we don't understand the very reality we're experiencing? And you know, when you perceive the world to be solid and physical, what comes from that? Virtually everything is impossible. Well, that's not possible. That's not possible. That's not possible. Once you realize that the world is malleable because it's just the decoded expression of a malleable information waveform field, then suddenly what is possible absolutely explodes. And so much is waiting to be discovered, or waiting to be unsuppressed, better way of putting it, that would set this world free and create a paradise, which it could be, instead of a prison, which it is, because the knowledge that I'm talking about is suppressed. And so you have people who are a point of attention within infinite awareness, that are all that is, has been, and ever can be. And you ask them who you are, who they are, and they will say, I'm Ethel. I work on the checkout at Tesco. That's who I am. No, it's not. That's the experience you're having at the moment. But it's not who you are. But if you think that's what you are, how are you going to live your life? I have no power. What can I do? And that's what the system wants. And that's why it wants to put us in these perceptual prisons. I refuse to go there.